favor, but you know what? I've since that last game, I will give them the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah.
I think they kind of really worked
they
hard for
deserve
that.
the chance.
They deserve the chance to make whatever they think works happen. If that works, you know what? They
still have game 3.
yeah, we still have a game for it.
So you know, Kazakhstan definitely is in a room wherein they have some, I would say, some leg room, some room to wiggle with.
Yeah.
That's why they're kind of allowed to, you know, just bring whatever game they want here in game number 2. Now, Indonesia removes the Lancelot and the Uranus, two of the heroes that I think are really, really good against the composition. And Lancelot can just escape both the Fredrin and the, you know, the Paramis, while Uranus is going to be hard to deal with, considering that you don't have that great early game damage on your side. But now they'll pull out a Bane. Something like this foretells us, Rockart, that Kazakhstan is definitely playing their, you know, their game right now. They want to be able to put their identity out here.
They came to play here, bro. They came to play.
That's right.
Yeah, basically full damage lineup. If they add in, what do you call that? What's missing here? XP lane.
Yeah. Paquito.
If they add a Paquito here, I am gonna throw my hat in the ring, and I'm just gonna say Kazakhstan.
Oh.
They're going for something insane, and they deserve the benefit of the doubt. Right now, though, Minsatar, finally, we're getting some sense of control here into the chaos. But Indonesia might be...
Okay.
Yeah, okay, there you go. They might have... I was about to say they might be leaning too much into control.
Yeah.
Which they might lack damage later on. So I'm glad they went in for this route. Not sure about the Navaria, though.
I'm not sure about the Navaria as well. And the fact that they brought out the glue to specifically play against the Bane and the Brody, you're now susceptible to this Esmeralda last pick, which I think is fantastic for Indonesia. But they're switching up to the Lapu Lapu. They believe that they already have good magic damage, so they're doubling down on those physical damage. By the way, they already have a fantastic physical damage as well. Now going back to the
There
Paquito,
you go. Do it.
this
Pure
is,
damage!
this
Tons
is,
of damage!
This is just
Let's go.
Kazakhstan showing confidence to Indonesia. The XP laner right now is telling Sorizo, hey, I play Paquito too.
Who's gonna play better though? We'll have to find out. Oh man,
I mean,
Kazakhstan,
he does have a
with
good
my heart
matchup.
here.
He does have a good matchup, like
Yeah.
Paquito versus Glue. It's actually kind of okay for the Paquito, because you know the downside of a Glue is he doesn't rotate as fast as a Paquito, and when the Paquito is able to cut your wave, it feels horrible for the Glue, because you also have to you know, clear a wave, which is super slower compared to Paquito.
Paquito just clears it. We saw that on game number 1. Sorizo with one combo just cleared the entire wave.
Yeah.
So the early game will definitely in favor Kazakhstan overall. I think across the board, every lane, it's early except for the jungle.
Yep, you know, Bane versus Fredrin, I think it depends on what the tank support does with their jungler. But again, it has to be a 50-50, because both of them clear their jungle waves in, I would say, the same fashion, right? So Kazakhstan definitely on a roll here after winning game number 1. It is Indonesia's responsibility to kind of bounce back.
The control of Indonesia, right? I love it when they pick up the Faramis heroes like this. Really do kind of, you know, if you're a highly mechanical skill, you'll always be given a second chance to make another play. And that's why I love heroes like the Faramis, especially in a team like Indonesia, who loves to take those risks.
KYY is here to contest the Little Wonder. Retribution has been forced on the Bane, but so far everything has been quiet aside from the middle lane. It is a Valentina that is playing against a Paramis.
Yeah.
Not really, you know, the lane that we kind of usually see, because Valentina usually dominates against these types of mages. But KYY, being a proficient mage player himself, he knows his limits. He knows how to play this matchup well, but he is forced to go back to mage. He is still level 2, while Red is sitting at level 3.
That is something. That's really something right now. So, aside from the fact that obviously there's passive, the Valentina, I mean, the fact that you can do this against KYY is actually pretty good.
Well,
pretty cool.
You know, that's the downside of rocking a Navaria +5, I guess. So, Turtle is going to be up in 10 seconds. Both teams are positioned in that, excuse me, in
Yeah.
that spot.
Right now, yeah, they're playing it around here. Kinesis, not really, you know, the optimal way to engage there with the Bane, but you know what? It's the one down, and that's going to be Turtle going down. So all the lead that Kazakhstan build up is going to go down drain because of that play.
I mean, that was really deep for Kinesis. He was trying to get the steal onto the green on the left side, but you played into the hands of the glue.
That was excessive, yeah.
That was
I
really
agree.
excessive from Kazakhstan.
So right now they got to be aware of their limits as well. I feel like they are they're in a good momentum here from game number 1. You don't want to throw all that away just like that. I feel like yeah, keep your eyes on the prize. You gotta keep in mind that there is still gonna be a very scary amount of damage on the other side of the map, and you don't want to fall victim to that one. Especially as Kinesis, you're late game. You're a Bane. Just accept it. You're late game.
Just farm. You know,
Just farm.
There's
bro.
no harm in farming
Don't
in
force
this
it.
game. Yeah, Alim is gonna be able to clear the wave on the bottom lane with the help of Finn. The Navaria and the Claude is able to control this lane and make sure that the Claude is getting the farm that he needs. Ooh, that's a very
Okay.
aggressive PMI.
Yes, it is. 3 heroes already have Fury Hammer on the side of Kazakhstan. All the heroes that do need some of that burst, the penetration is going to be real.
Yeah, by the way, 3 Quantum Charge on their side. Brody, the Bane, and the Paquito. Everybody wants to run. It is this. Actually, it is the same story on the side of Indonesia as well. 3 Quantum Charge.
Oh, yeah. Definitely one of the best
They have the same emblems.
across the board. Yes, they do.
Oh my goodness, Lethal Ignition on the supports, Impure Rage.
So what does that mean, right?
I mean, this is probably what the you know, what MLBB emblem system is evolved to. With the
Yeah.
knockups coming up from Paquito.
That's a double Dempsey roll here right now, and that's going to be everyone in Kazakhstan falling back for now. And I guess they're actually just, you know, I guess they kind of listen to what we said. They kind of just have to buy their time here. They don't want to face against a Faramis with NetherRealm with Indonesia complete. They have to start picking them off one
That's
by
why-
one, first, which is exactly what they do to Finn, and they do get a kill for free.
I mean, that's kind of an aggressive position to be in, knowing that the Kadita was at the bottom lane. Finn had flicker, but he did not react in time.
Woo!
Paquito getting zoned out by the glue and the Fredrin, but Super Ken actually being smoked as well by the Valentina, and this is the typical matchup we see with the supports. Valentina and Promise both have the
4v3.
NetherRealm.
Oh boy, there's gonna be split. Kinesis might be in trouble. There goes Cold Altar as well. You gotta remember, both teams have this skill. Right now, there's just no way that Kinesis can Retribution. That's gonna be him going down to power of the Navaria.
I love the fact that Indonesia, even though Super Ken was near the turtle, they stopped hitting the objective and they shifted their focus on the Bane. They wanted to remove Kinesis before he was able to take out the turtle himself.
No, there it is. That's a beautiful combo there from Alim, knowing that Kashi can't really take down the Fredrin with a single rough wave. Gets a follow-up damage with the torn apart memory.
Adjustments are now being made by Indonesia. I love the fact that they have this respect towards Kinesis. He is basically like a walking win condition now for Kazakhstan, and Indonesia knows it. They focused on trying to take out the Bane, and immediately after that went straight towards Kinesis buff. Unfortunately, Super Ken was just taken out by Kashi at that moment, and Saken forced to use a Purify.
All right.
That means for the next 90 seconds, they have a chance. They can crack this Claude.
That's still pretty big, right? And I mean, even if it was just Purify, that's going to be the Claude vulnerable for the next few moments here.
Yeah.
And that's something to be proud of if you're Kazakhstan able to pull that off against a player like Saken.
And I think nobody talked about the Purify cooldown on the side of Indonesia, because at that moment, he didn't have it. He used it on Fredrin, I believe.
Oh, there it is. Interesting.
Never mind.
Right.
Okay, never mind. He did use it on the
He
clock.
did use it, yeah. So right now...
I was checking the cooldowns.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I looked at that as well. So right now, Turtle is, surprisingly, Indonesia still gonna have control of Turtle, right? Because maybe Kazakhstan might be waiting in the bushes for way too long here.
Yeah. Well, Kazakhstan is
It's a risk, yeah.
still holding the ground. They are behind by 600 gold. Just 600 gold in Indonesia. If you're, if you're a fan, you might be cheering for the Claude late game again. But we saw what happened in game number 1.
Bam! What the heck just happened there?
Oh my goodness, I was just talking about it, and the claws
Yeah.
was taken out on the bottom side of the map.
As you called it, right now it's going to be Turtle going over to Super Ken once more, but the team fight, what's it going to look like here? Kinesis, again, he's just in trouble. He cannot let go. He cannot push off or shake off this glue here, and Chorizo's just having a field day right now.
Yeah, not having the best time in the world here for the jungler of Kazakhstan, as Indonesia again playing their objectives right. They want to take out Kinesis first before actually taking the turtle, but again, Kazakhstan was just able to take out the Claude on the bottom side of the map, and right now the burn! The burn from the lethal ignition takes out Sakin!
Oh man, everything. I mean, Indonesia keeps winning some of these trades, but they're even on the gold. What does that tell you, right? That's interesting. They're getting the objectives. They got, I think, the last 3 turtles of the game.
I mean, Indonesia, they win the macro, the macro gameplay with Kazakhstan. They're winning these things that you don't really expect, like taking out the Claude. You are hampering the timings of Indonesia's side. And compared to game number 1, wherein they had a fantastic time in the mid to late game, Kazakhstan, they are neck and neck with Indonesia. And they have so many damage dealers to the point where I would even say, to hell to the objectives, I just want to scale up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're neck and gold, that means Kinesis, he has time. The rest of his team is buying time for him to farm up those items.
Yeah, because Indonesia will be farming up those items
Flicker
as well.
by Vin! Oh, that is massive! That's gonna be Vin going down as well! What is happening right now? Indonesia's micro is falling apart!
Kazakhstan doing wonders here in game number 2. Even though we are in a territory wherein the Claude would likely scale up, it is not a problem for Kazakhstan because in terms of damage, they have so many. And when it comes to objectives, they are able to mow down these towers because of the Bane. So Kazakhstan, in theory and in reality, they're not really rushing anything.
Yeah, they can scale for days here. Kazakhstan asks, do you want damage? They say yes. How much damage?
How much damage do you need?
Yes.
How much damage do you want? Definitely
Definitely yes.
And now,
Tons.
Chorizo not in position to contest the Bane, but they get the
Okay.
vision from the Echo. The Astral Echo provides so much for Indonesia, but such that they suck in essence, they let go of the Lord!
But of course, that's going to be overall fine. I mean,
Oh my goodness!
I guess respect begets respect right now. Alim on the side.
Ken, he saw that Kinesis was near the Lord and he's not getting poked by the Lord. He's not getting poked by the glue. So he
Flickering.
resets the Lord.
Chorizo with the flicker. Alim, he's the target. He's the target. He's making the run for the hills. And he, I think, can't really get out. But Vin able to get double kill right now. I think Chorizo's buying all the time that they need with that play. And that's going to be one by one. Kazakhstan players are falling.
Super Ken, low on HP. Paquito versus 3.
Paquito versus the world. Oh, that's it.
Chorizo,
It
man.
looked so good for a moment.
Chorizo with the zone out. Again, I keep harping on the fact that whenever Indonesia sees Kinesis near the Lord, they reset it. There's no way we're giving you the chance to outright be Super Ken now. And Kazakhstan, they're feeling the pressure of actually contesting the objective because Indonesia is turning their team fight towards Kazakhstan. Like the focus is bait out the Lord and fight. When Kazakhstan comes in, we fight. We don't care about the Lord.
It's funny because they don't care if it looks good as long as they're getting the results that they need.
Yeah.
They're winning out these trades, and somehow Indonesia, they're back in the driver's seat. But as we say that, Kashi just casually takes out KYY. Of course, traded it very, very well. It's a 4v4, but don't forget, there's also a Lord walking on the bottom.
Yep. And Indonesia right now, they have a poking mechanism in the form of the Novaria with the COD lightning truncheon. She hurts.
As long as they take care of KYY, though, they're going to be fine with these team fights, especially with Deadly Catch right now. Good damage. Sakin, though, does not really care that much. Just outputting, just wailing on that tower.
Man, the economic damage that they've done to Kinesis right now. He only has a Fury Hammer, a Thunderbolt, and a War Axe.
Oh my god.
Needs to do a lot of catching up. but Kazakhstan only lost one tower on the bottom lane. Paquito is still definitely healthy to fight for Kazakhstan, but Indonesia, they will be backing off. Again, they are playing for the Claude to scale up. They are playing for the late game. They have damage, but the question is, can they actually close out the game?
Can they actually buy? Actually, can they buy time? That's a question for Kazakhstan here, who seem to be just on a warpath right now. And I guess I don't blame him. Right now, I'm not really sure what the plan is. Like, they have so much damage, they can't touch anyone.
Yeah.
Because Indonesia, they're just keeping their distance.
Yeah.
They can't give any target out.
Again, there is the fact of the Nether Realm, where we haven't really seen much of it. Because again, majority of these fights, it hasn't come into the damage battle. It was always Sorizo zoning out the key players on the side of Kazakhstan. And I think that is the thing that Kazakhstan needs to override. Like, how do they deal with this glue? Do we actually shift our focus to trying and taking out this glue before we actually contest Indonesia?
And how does KHAZAKTAN, so how does Kinesis catch up? That's the biggest question for
How does he recover
How is he gonna
economic
get
damage?
How's he gonna get gold? He can't even walk out of the base. That's a big problem here for Kazakhstan.
Yep, Indonesia right now playing it slow. Again, no need to rush into things. 8 seconds before the Lord spawns. And again, the game plan is still, still zone out Kinesis.
Essentially the same.
But
Yes.
if we see Kinesis with the Astral Echo, reset the Lord.
Yeah, so
We're not giving him a chance to outright the Super Cat.
So Rizzo's a target lock
Paquito,
right
Paquito.
now. Oh my goodness, man. KHAZAKTAN. He's playing it around there. He actually cut it very, very close. In the end, they will have to concede this Lord. Oh boy, but it is getting... The gold lead is starting to grow here in favor of Indonesia.
Yep, 6K and 13 minutes. Socket definitely is the key player here for Indonesia as well as Vin. Because these Astral recalls has been hurting Kazakhstan.
For sure. I mean, they don't really have... That's the problem with damage.
Yeah.
You don't really have anyone that can deal with the Astral Recall.
No front line.
If you get hit with a flying Vin Meteor or a Vin Recall, you're going down.
Yeah, that hurt, man. That
You're
hurt.
going to get at least half HP.
Yeah, and it looked like it's gonna be a closer game between Kazakhstan and Indonesia. But right now, the game is shaping up to be very heavily favoring Indonesia.
Absolutely. Right now, it is going to be Kazakhstan with their backs against the wall. Lord's blocking on bottom side, and the push is happening on top. Indonesia's got full control of the game.
Lord already inside the base of Kazakhstan. They still have ultimates, they still have damage and taking out these Lords, but the Astral Recalls once again.
Oh, there it is.
Are a huge problem. Nether Realm has been used.
KHAZAKTAN's damage just forced the Nether Realm, but they're able to still get these kills. Man, the Paquito is becoming the hero of this game right now.
My goodness, and the Claude didn't even manage to take out the Kadira.
Oh boy.
Kazakhstan once again.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They're holding on. And again, KHAZAKTAN, he's just carrying the whole team right on his back right now.
Yeah, dude, the damage output coming out from the spiders, no joke. Like 2 hits, half HP. Imagine a full combo from this pack.
It's 1-1-0 right now, but don't let that fool
Oh, no.
Oh,
Super
no.
Ken, you're not allowed to do that.
Oh,
He
boy.
outstretched you three times. You're not allowed to do that.
Please no, bro. We're not done yet. We haven't gotten to 50-50 yet. But yeah, Kinesis is definitely the weak link right now in the Kazakhstan lineup with a 1-4-2 Bane. And the goal is just... his damage is... they just shrug it off.
Yeah.
Indonesia doesn't care about this.
And then in the
Oh,
context being the
Kashi!
weak link, Kashi might be the link for Indonesia that they need to pull on to. But Kazakhstan manages to get away. And I do understand that Kinesis is kind of like the the anchor that is weighing down to Kazakhstan, but it's mostly because of Indonesia's change of game plan. Like they wanted to focus down and damage the economy for the Bane, and Kazakhstan is feeling the the effects of that play from Indonesia.
It's moments like this I wonder, what if Kinesis was a boxer right now?
What if you didn't change up anything, right?
What if you just stuck with what you know? I know, I mean, it's just obvious, right?
Look.
Kinesis is not comfortable right now. And aside from the fact that Sorizo is on the glue, by the way, great adjustment if you think about it for
Yep.
Indonesia.
Yep.
Man, that glue is stonks.
Yeah, Sorizo has been playing out of his mind right now. Talking about Kazakhstan, Kinesis, right now level 15, maxed out on the XP. Just needed to get some farm, but when it comes to the Lord,
Oh.
experience matters.
There's the dive, and there's the Nether Realm. And I think that's Kashi going down. That's Kazakhstan, just member after member. You can't play defensive with a lineup like this, and I think that could be it.
That's it, yeah, that's it. Indonesia, 5 players still alive against the Paquito, and he cannot defend this. There's 2 waves that are incoming inside the base of Kazakhstan, and all 5 players are down. Indonesia forces out game number 3.
We call it in the draft there, though. I mean, they got way too greedy there with the lineup they drafted, and in the end, it's gonna be 1-1. Indonesia making up for that game.
I mean, I kind of like it because Kazakhstan is bringing out the identity to the table. Like, they are showing who they are. But at the end of the day, Indonesia, they know how to beat out these kinds of lineups. And it's hard to, I would say, execute these cheesy compositions against a very experienced teams. And you saw that earlier, like, they knew how to play against the Bane. They knew how to play against this damage-heavy composition. Just zone him out, send Sorizo on a suicide mission, and suddenly nobody is willing to frontline for them.
Fighting against a team like Indonesia, who are very used to beating out very veteran players of MLBB. You cheese them once, all right. Cheese them twice, you can't really.